Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Brooke, and today I decided to do how I did my makeup in high school challenge, and this was a lot of fun. And I keep looking in the mirror and it's like I'm seeing my high school self. It's so much fun. This is how I did my makeup in high school, and for the sake of this video and for old time's sake, I put on my old softball jersey. For the sake of this video and for the sake of just old time's sake, I decided to wear an old softball jersey of mine. And I know what you're thinking. Doesn't her shirt say taxidermy on it? Why, yes. Yes, it does.
If your softball team is sponsored by a taxidermy company, you might be a redneck.
Just had to throw that out there because I know some of you are going to notice. But, so obviously, why do I keep squeaking? Oh my gosh. So obviously, I was kind of a jock in school. I played volleyball, softball, and basketball. High school for me was interesting. If you guys want to hear about my high school experience, I'll put that towards the end of the video. Just in case you don't want to hear it, you can just X out. But if you want to hear it, you can just continue watching after I show you the makeup that I used. So yeah, if you guys want to see the products that I use in high school, just keep watching. So yeah, I'm wearing one of my old jerseys. Wanted to kind of feel like I was in high school again, you know. So I honestly didn't wear much makeup in school, partly because I wasn't allowed to, and that's probably the main reason, was because I wasn't allowed to wear makeup. My mom did allow me to wear foundation, mascara, and like very neutral eyeshadow and a little bit of blush, but other than that, I wasn't allowed to wear hardly anything. I would sneak eyeliner and my mom would like catch me at the end of the day. Did you sneak eyeliner? Did you have eyeliner on today? Because, you know, it would wear off and she'd be like, I can tell you wore eyeliner to school today. And I'm like, eh. Mom was really big in not letting me wear any eyeliner. And when I snuck to wear eyeliner, you'll see in this tutorial, or you'll see later on in the video, I didn't wear much liner. It was just in my waterline and that was it. But yeah, she would get mad at me if I wore liner. And as far as lip products, I was not allowed to wear lipstick. No, none whatsoever. But she would let me wear like chapstick or like a clear gloss. She actually hated the clear gloss. She thought that when I would wear lip gloss, even if it was just a sheer pink, that I was looking too, that it made my lips look too big and I would look promiscuous and not productive. That I would look too promiscuous with lip gloss or anything on my lips. So she didn't let me wearing lip gloss either. It was just pretty much chapstick. So I got away with wearing some chapsticks you'll see in this video, but yeah, so for the most part I didn't wear a lot of makeup. I'll share some pictures here and there and explain some of my makeup looks with you guys, but it's probably going to be a really neutral look for you guys. A very basic look. So for foundation, I really liked this one by Maybelline. It's the Age Rewind one. I use this a lot. I also use their Dream, the Dream one with the Dream Mousse one. I use that a lot. Or I used CoverGirl's Clean and Clear. And I remember that one being really liquidy. But my favorite was the one by Maybelline, so I'm going to put that on. And this is probably way too dark for me because I haven't been tanning. And this is like a summer color for me. But we are just going to put this on there. Put my hair in the bed. So remember that this is a jersey, guys. So if you see stains, like there's stains through here, that's all dirt stains. Like when I played softball, I was not a quitter. Like I didn't joke about it. I was serious. Like I would dive chest first, head first if I had to get to a base. So that's actually what this stain is from, is because I had to dive into a base. And normally I would go leg first, but apparently this time I had to go chest first. Real dirt stains that never came out. And I didn't have makeup brushes. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Really, I don't think I ever thought about makeup brushes. I would just use my fingers. It's amazing how quick it applies when you use your fingers. So this is the foundation, and I only would like blend it like this. I wouldn't blend it all the way down to my neck. I would just blend just my jawline a little bit, and that would be it. I had no idea what concealer was, so I didn't use concealer. Didn't even know how to even use it. So I just used foundation, and basically I love foundation because I had really rosy cheeks, and it would just cover my cheeks and just even out my face. And yeah, so that's what I would do. And then for eyeshadow, I only used one color, and it was by Maybelline. It was the Expert eyeshadow. I'll insert a picture of what it was. It was like silk taupe or silken taupe, something like that. And it was just a really pretty, cool toned taupe color. So I couldn't find anymore, so I don't know if they even make it. They do have like taupe colors that were not, they're different. I couldn't find anything similar. So I looked at my makeup collection to see, because I don't know if they still even make it anymore or sell it. So I looked at my makeup collection, and the closest I could get to it is this one by L'Oreal. Is this eyeshadow by L'Oreal, and this is in the color, it's their Color Rich line, and this is in the color Chocolate, and that's what it looks like. A shimmery taupe color. It went with everything, and that's why I wore it. And guys, honestly, all I did, and I used an applicator, like a sponge applicator, and honestly, I would just put it on my lid, and that was it. I didn't do anything like with my crease area, and I didn't do anything with my brow bone area. I just slapped this color all over the lid. My hair is naturally a dark brown. It's like a shade, probably a shade lighter than this color. I was into really bleaching my hair, which you'll see in pictures. I bleached my hair over and over and over all throughout high school, and surprisingly my hair was really thick and really long even for bleaching it. And then here we have my Dawson Creek days, is what I like to call them, with the striped sweaters. And then I just gradually started going blonder and blonder. And then, hey, any DC Talk fans out there? I love DC Talk. But anyways, I kept going blonder until I got to this platinum blonde. Makeup trends growing up were really frosty eyeshadow looks, like icy blues, or just icy frosty creams, and like frosty lips, like frosted lips, like light icy pink colored lips was the thing. As you can see, I definitely wore an icy pink lip a lot. And if you had blue eyes, it looked really pretty on you. That's all I would do for eyeshadow. Literally just put it on my lid, and I would think that looked great. So for those days that I wanted to be a rebel and sneak my eyeliner, I would bring this Rimmel London Soft Kohl Pencil in jet black. I would sneak this with me to school, and I would go in the bathroom, and I would just put it on my bottom waterline, and that's it. I would just put it right here on my waterline. My mom would get so mad at me if she knew I put this on my eyes. And that's what I would do. I just put it on my bottom line. That's all I did for eyeliner. And then mascara, I used Maybelline, and I used the I used a purple tube. I'm not sure if it's the falsies, but the main one I used was the green and pink packaging. I really liked that one. And you know what? Something I did back then that I don't do today was eyelash curlers. I used an eyelash curler back then, which is surprising. I don't even do it nowadays, which I don't know why. I just don't. But I would curl my lashes. So shout out to me for actually doing something like that. I remember I would put on my mascara first and then do this, and I think that's probably really bad for your lashes. That's how I used to do it because I felt like it would hold the curl better. But I mean, my eyelashes are pretty curly to begin with, so I don't know why I was worried about it. I did do my bottom lashes too because I just thought that it looked weird if I didn't. Okay, so that was it for the eyes. That's all I would do for the eyes. And then for bronzer, I really didn't use bronzer. I probably didn't start using bronzer till I was a senior, and even then it was once in a great while. But when I did use bronzer, it was probably more towards like the warmer months because I thought you weren't supposed to use bronzer in like the fall and winter. So warmer months I would use it, and what I would use is this True Blend Minerals by CoverGirl. This is their mineral bronzer in Golden Sunrise, and they still sell it to this day. It kind of comes in a little jar like this. You pick it up, it has a little puff. It's very messy, and I don't even think I would just take a big fluffy brush and I would put this, ooh, man, this stuff is so hard to work with. I would just put this on my cheeks. I did not know how to use bronzer. And this is kind of shimmery too. This actually, I like this stuff like for your chest and like your body, but I don't really like it on my face. But I would just sit there and I would put it all over my cheeks. I'd smile and put it on my cheeks. I'd go on my chin. I'd go on my forehead because I liked the way it looked on my forehead. And I would go right on top of my nose like this. And I'd swirl my brush like this. Put on my brush. Pretty much just, you know, all over my face because that's just what I did. I would drag it even down to my neck into my chest, and that's what I would do for bronzer. This is crazy. This is really starting to look like high school all over again. For blush, I used one by CoverGirl. I liked the one that was like a trio one. I'll insert pictures. And then they had ones that looked like this. This is actually from the dollar store, and it was part of my Dollar Tree makeup challenge video I did. But that's why I got this. That's why I got this out of all the blushes at the dollar stores, because the packaging reminded me of CoverGirl, like one I used to use. And it was like a rosy pink. I always use just rosy pink blushes because I thought that's what looked best on me, and I think they do. But I always use the brush applicators that came with the packaging. I didn't like go out and purchase brushes. I didn't even know you could do that. Like, it wasn't like, I don't know. I just didn't know. So then I would smile and I would put them on the apples of my cheek. Just like this. And I would take just a little bit and go right on the tip of my nose. I don't know why, but I just did it right on my nose. And sometimes I go up here with it just a little bit on the temples. And then for lipstick, I would usually just wear chapstick because I wasn't allowed lipstick. But on days I would like to sneak makeup, boysenberry, that color boysenberry was really popular when I was growing up. And it was kind of just like a berry color. I'd wear a lot of lip smacker stuff, and because that was clear stuff. And there was a roll-on lip gloss that I would wear. My mom hated it when I wore it because my lips would be like really shiny, and she's like, your lips look too juicy with it, you need to take it off. But my mom was like really funny when it came to like makeup. Or I would take this one by CoverGirl, and it wasn't a lipstick, it was more of a chapstick, and I couldn't find it. I went to the store, tried to find it. I'll insert a picture. That's what the packaging looked like, and it was a light pink, and This is very close to that, and this is such an old lipstick that I've kept just because I love the packaging and for sentimental reasons. I never use it because it's way too old to use, but I want to use it just for this video. Just because I thought, I don't know, it was just one of my first lipsticks and I loved it, and it's very close to that. But I used this too, and this is like a very old Maybelline lipstick, I believe. It was part of the Wet Shine lipsticks. I think it says Amethyst Pink. Frosty Icy Pink colors was the, oh my gosh. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and this is so funny because it looks so, I look like I did in high school. This is so funny. Icy Pink lip glosses and lipstick was the thing, and that is what I would wear. So this is what my face would look like every day. Eyebrows, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like some girls shaved off their eyebrows and would like draw them in, and that scared me. Like not like they were scary, it just scared me because I knew I wouldn't be able to do that and I would look crazy with shaven eyebrows. So I never even touched my eyebrows. I don't even know if I might, like I took something I've been using for years is like these things. I would just shave like right here and pluck a few hairs. Didn't really do much to my eyebrows. I still don't. No setting sprays, no primers, nothing like that growing up. I didn't even know anything about concealers. Like there was no YouTube growing up, so I didn't know much, but this is like a full face of makeup that I would do. There would be no more glam to this. Like this is full glam for me in high school. I was more concerned with my hair than I was with makeup growing up. My hair had to be done and then at least just put some mascara on and I'd be fine. But this would be the fullest amount. It is funny because all my makeup fit in a little tiny makeup bag, and most of the time I would be doing my makeup on the way to school. Yeah, but this is how I did my makeup in high school. Pretty simple and pretty basic. It's just funny how the makeup trends like change throughout the years, and it's funny how you grow throughout the years and the more you learn. I learned a lot through just practicing at home and through YouTube, but yeah, this is taking me back to high school. This is crazy. How did you guys do your makeup in high school? And if you're in high school, I probably can guarantee that you do a way better job than this. Like, you guys, I'm so jealous of you guys that are in high school, because in junior high, I'm so jealous because back when I was younger, we didn't have this kind of tool, YouTube, to learn things. Like, the only way I would learn is through magazines. Like, I had, oh, what was some of the magazines? 17, Cosmo, I don't know. I would get subscription magazines and I would try to do my makeup what I would see in magazines or like Girls at the Mall, like that kind of stuff. That's how I did my makeup, and how I learned to do makeup was just kind of looking at an image and recreating it myself. There was no such thing as tutorials or YouTube. So I'm so jealous of you girls growing up now. You can just, how do I do my eyebrows? Type in how to do your eyebrows in YouTube and you get like a million videos to look and learn and watch. It's so cool. So yeah, you guys should definitely utilize YouTube. It's an awesome tool how to learn, and I'm thankful for it. But yeah, this is how I did my makeup in high school. So my high school experience isn't horrible, but I did have my fair share of bullies and that kind of stuff. 7th grade to freshman year, I attended public school, and I was a pretty big jock there. I played volleyball, softball, and basketball. I was really into sports, and a lot of my friends were into sports. Like, that was a thing growing up. Sports was like really big, and at least at my school or my state, I guess, sports was like the thing. And we didn't have like dance teams or anything like that, because if we did, I probably would have been in it, because I love dancing. I think that's so cool that you guys have like dance teams now. But no, I was into sports, volleyball, softball, basketball. So I was outgoing with the people I knew, but if I didn't know people, I was really, kind of shy. And the school that I was going to was pretty big. It was a pretty big school, and I had trouble with bullies there. Not people in my grade. Like, I really liked the people that were in my grade and people that were below me, but like, not below me, but you know what I mean, like below me and like that were younger is what I mean to say. People that were in younger grades. And anyways, I had trouble with bullying, and I had girls when I was in 8th grade and a freshman that would bully me, and they were seniors and juniors in high school. So they were much older than me, much bigger than me, and they would bully me. And they even rode the bus when I was younger, and they would bully me so much, pull my hair, throw things in my hair, and it was not cool. They were not cool. And one girl, they were always threatening to beat me up, and I don't know why, because I didn't even know these girls. I never associated with them. I didn't talk to them. I kept to myself. Like on the bus, I would do homework. I was one of those kids where I would try to do my homework on the bus, just because when I got home, I wanted to just do whatever I wanted to do, play more sports or whatever. But I did have a problem with these older girls bullying me and threatening to kick my butt, but they didn't use the word butt. You can fill in the blanks. There was a guy that was like a freshman or sophomore that rode the bus, and come to find out, one of the girls had a crush on him, and he didn't like her, and I thought he was older than me, and I thought he was creepy because he's always coming up to me trying to talk to me, and I didn't really talk to him. But apparently they got jealous because he was talking to me and not them or something. I thought it was dumb because I thought he was a creep, and I just wanted him to leave me alone. But that had a lot to do with it, I think, according to my mom. These girls would just threaten me all the time. So I told my mom about it, and the bus driver had to put me like in the front of the bus, and that was embarrassing because, I mean, why? They get to sit in the back and be the cool kids in the back, and I get to be up in the front like I'm in trouble, but whatever. They still managed to bully me, and I didn't really say much about it to my mom. I think my brother was the one that would tell her, and the bus driver still told my mom that things were going on, because one time when I got out of school one time, my mom was talking to the bus driver about the situation because I wasn't telling my mom that they were still bullying me. I didn't want to make a big deal out of it because I figured if we made a big deal out of it, they would tease me more. And they called me names, like even I had like a jean jacket that was like light pink, and I loved it, and I would wear it, and they would call me pretty in pink. And I know that doesn't sound mean, but they would call me pretty in pink, and it hurt my feelings. And then my hair, it like naturally just falls in parts on the side. I would wear my hair on the side, and they would call me movie star, and they would make fun of me trying to say like because I don't know, I think it was a thing to wear your hair in the middle back then, and I didn't really care. I just did whatever my hair, wherever my hair fell. My hair naturally falls on the side, and they would call me things like, oh, movie star, like, because I would wear my hair on the side, and it was so stupid. But it doesn't sound like it's hurtful, but it doesn't sound like it was like a hurtful bullying thing, but they made it into that, and threatening to beat me up and that kind of stuff. So anyways, my mom was talking to the bus driver and decided just to start picking me and my siblings up from school. So started doing that, and then there was just more issues with this public school that I won't go into, but that my mom had issues with the public school. So she ended up taking me out, and my sophomore year she transferred me into a private Christian school that was college prep. And when I say it was college prep, it was actually harder than the classes I took in college. It was a very strict school, dress code, academics were really tough, and I believe it's like one of the top schools in the nation for academics. I graduated with like a 3.4 or 3.5, which isn't the greatest, but which isn't the greatest, but I did pretty well considering that it was such a tough school. So I got the transition from public to private Christian was kind of hard for me because the kids were different. Some were a lot nicer, and some were very, and I don't mean this in a bad way, they were very sheltered, so they couldn't relate to me on a lot of things that I had seen and gone through or experienced, and they were kind of, some could be kind of spoiled and bratty, and they were good kids, but it was just a little hard to connect to some of them. But eventually, you know, I found my way, and I wasn't ever, you know, into cliques very much. I was just kind of friends with everyone. I would go sit with this group of people, this clique one day, and I go sleep. I'd go sit with this clique one day at lunchtime, and then I'd go sit with this clique. And then my senior year, I had a really awesome group of girls that I just stuck with. But I didn't like to label myself in a clique. I just liked to be everybody's friend. I didn't date much in high school either. Like, I only dated one guy in high school. I had a lot of crushes. I had crushes, but I didn't have a lot of dates. And the reason why is because I had a boyfriend from like sophomore to senior year, like a serious boyfriend. He actually went to the public school that I had been going to. I didn't know him. He knew me at the time, but I didn't know him. Yeah. He knew of me, or I can't remember. Oh yeah, I went to church and he had seen me before. Like, he knew of me like a whole year before I even met him. Like, he knew me like a whole year before I even met him. And so I didn't know him when I was going to the public school at the time. But we met through church, and we started dating when I was like 15. I was really young. It was like my first boyfriend, first love, you know, all that. And we dated for like 5 years. So him and I were really serious, so we didn't date other people. So I didn't really have the whole dating experience that a lot of you experience. And like all the whole, like, I see all, like, I think it's so cool how you guys, like, it's like so different now too. Like, I don't know, even like prom, I didn't think proms was a big deal because I had a boyfriend, and I didn't like think, oh my gosh, who's gonna ask me, or, you know, is anyone gonna ask me, am I gonna go to prom? I just kind of took that for granted. Oh, I have a boyfriend, we're going to prom. Like, didn't have to ask me, oh, have you bought tickets? Yeah, you know, like, it wasn't, prom was never a worry to me. I just assumed I was going with my boyfriend. But nowadays, you guys, like, it's like a marriage proposal. It's pretty cool how, like, the lengths that guys will go to just for a prom date. I think it's cool. Things are just so different nowadays. But yeah, so there's that. And like prom, I'm sure my prom makeup was never, if I can find pictures of my prom, I'll post them. But prom makeup probably wasn't much different than this. This is all I knew how to do. Oh, and fake lashes. I didn't know how to do fake lashes at all. As far as academics, like, my favorite subject was art. I loved art. And I would fall asleep during history all the time. Oh, history was a hard one. Except for like 1 year, one of my crushes, he sat behind me in history class. My throat. I sound like I'm in puberty. Oh my gosh. The only time I really liked history was 1 year, one of my crushes sat behind me in history class, and I could not pay attention to I couldn't pay attention. Oh my gosh, my throat. I couldn't pay attention to class ever because he sat behind me, and he would do things like, I remember he would tie, I had really long hair, and I remember he would like take my hair and he would tie pencils in my hair and pens. He would do that kind of stuff, and I was always like hoping he would talk to me or say something, like, and if he did, it was just like silly stuff, and I'm sure he just hid behind me because he wanted to sleep or something. I don't know. But I remember I would never like I couldn't pay attention during that class because he was behind me, but it was my favorite class because he was in it and he sat behind me. And then I was into choir, and what else? I was really into like choir and singing. We had like a chapel service. I was part of the worship team. I also did like drama team at my church. I was in some church plays, and worship team at my church, my youth group, and worked with like the youth group and kids stuff, that kind of stuff. So I stayed really busy, and I also had a job. I worked at a Christian bookstore sophomore year till senior year, and I was just always on the go. Like, I was always busy. So between sports, a boyfriend, my extra, oh, and I also did after brother, or big brother big sister after school program. Did that. I don't know, I was really busy kid growing up, like really busy. I don't know how I did it. A lot of high school memories that maybe I could high school memories and experiences. I wasn't bullied too much, but there was some bullying. And it's funny because after I graduated, the bullies, like, actually, I had seen one bully. She was working at I don't want to say where she was working at some fast food place. I went to go to eat one day, and she was working there, and I was kind of scared to go place my order because, like, oh gosh, she's up there, what do I do? Like, I was so nervous, and I thought, well, maybe she don't remember you. It's been like 4 years, because it was right after I graduated. And she's like, oh, hey Brooke, how are you? How you been? She was so nice to me, and she apologized for how she treated me, and you know, for always throwing popcorn and gum in my hair and all that kind of stuff. She apologized, and ever time I seen her after that, she was always nice, and it was just like she matured and growed up, and it was kind of cool. Like, we could, you know, get past the past. Other bullies I didn't really see ever again, but I have had some bullies in my past. But yeah, that is just a little short, very condensed version of my high school experience. If you guys are in high school and you want any advice or would like me to share some story times of my time in high school, I'd be more than happy to share that. I actually wanted to make a whole video about bullying. I seen a movie on Netflix, and it just kind of inspired me to want to make a video about bullying, especially with school starting back up. So if that's something you guys would like to see, let me know in the comments down below. Also, I thought about doing like a back to school look for you guys. I do have one, I do have a back to school look that I did a year or two ago. I can link that down below if you're curious or want to see it. I thought about doing an updated one. If that's something you guys want to see too, let me know. I have like a board on Pinterest for back to school stuff, and it has been blowing up. People have been like pinning it and saving it so much lately. So I kind of thought maybe I should just do an updated one, since it seems to be something a lot of you girls are looking and trying to decide on makeup and, you know, a makeup routine for school. So I'm thinking about doing that. I think for you teenagers, I wish I would have had someone do that for me when I was growing up, so I didn't look like this. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that too. So just let me know your guys' feedback and ideas and things you'd like me to do down below. I love it when you guys like interact with me, so I know I'm putting out content that you're watching and you're liking. So yeah, my makeup story was kind of crazy. I didn't wear makeup until I probably was a sophomore. Yeah, I think it was sophomore year is when I started wearing makeup. And as you can tell, it was very minimal. I didn't really get into like playing with eyeshadow and makeup till after I graduated, till I was probably 20, 21, maybe probably about 19, 20 is when I started playing with makeup a little bit more, like dabbling with lipstick and maybe putting 2 different eyeshadows on. Like I would, or maybe just put like a green shadow on. Like I didn't experiment with eyeshadow at all in high school. This was the only eyeshadow color I would wear, so it was very basic. But yeah, now completely different story. I love eyeshadow and I love all colors of eyeshadow. It's just funny how my makeup has evolved. Thank God it has. Oh my goodness. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video. Take care and God bless. Bye.